Businesses in the local tourism value chain are positioning themselves to host patrons as they look to take advantage of the Easter long weekend. One of them is that of Bonga Ngola, who's owner of a guest house in Soweto called Ekutuleni Bed and Breakfast. Ngola runs a 3-star guest house established in 2013. She says her 16-bedroom facility is already fully booked for the Easter period, with some of her patrons being churchgoers.
I have the 50% occupancy of the SANDF, and then 50% is the church members. These are the people that every time when they leave the guest house, we make sure that we meet 99% of their expectations when they were at the guest house. I have Mpumalanga, I have Limpopo, and then in July there's a big church that is also coming. I forgot the name. We already fully booked, and they're not from both provinces. These ones are from KZN.
There are hundreds of churches around Johannesburg. One of them is the International Pentecost Holiness Church, the IPHC. The church is home to about 3 million congregants. The church's Secretary of Council, Reverend Mpamakwana, says the church will be opening its doors to thousands of their members that will be making their way into Johannesburg this Easter.
At our headquarters, our main infrastructure, the main church takes 25,000 people seated. Adjacent to it is the youth center, which also takes a further 25,000 people seated. So generally, especially on an occasion such as this one, at any given time this weekend, we are most likely to have about 40 to 50,000 people on site. Generally, the guest houses around the church in Zirbekom tend to benefit a great deal, more so on the Sunday when we've got mass weddings, because most people will have their family members who are not necessarily church members coming.
Chairperson of the Soweto Tourism, Tato Mutuping, says the religious tourism sector is a big market for township and villages businesses. Many of these businesses do not benefit from major events in their country, but there are positive signs that things could soon improve. The organization has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with SA Tourism to integrate everybody within the value chain to ensure that local businesses are supported and they too benefit from big events like the G20.
We've got a lot of migration of religious people, Shembe, ZCC, the Catholics, the Christian community, and so forth. So these are, they create a nice economic flow when they start to migrate across the country. And as you know, the tourism sector gets to benefit in that space where we now have people that can now offer accommodation, offer transportation, offer alternative things to do during the Easter weekend. So it's just a matter of collaboration. With terms of SAT, yes. We have an MOU with SAT that focuses on the marketing and development of township and village tourism.
Facilities like the Soweto Towers are also a big hit during the Easter period. Sizwe Matebula is one of the directors at Soweto Towers and says, with the rent show taking place this weekend, plus churchgoers, they're bracing themselves for a busy long weekend of about 3,000 people visiting their facility.
We get good numbers. The rent show is just around the corner here in Nasrec. Some people, they go play there, but we are also close by. Some will drop by and come to Soweto and feel the vibe. We've got lots of activities, especially adrenaline. For the adrenaline enthusiasts, we've got your bungee jumping, we've got your free fall, you've got your quad bikes, you've got your paintball, you've got your wall climb. So the people will come through, even those that are coming from church. So people, when they come here, you find that some others don't have a place to stay and stuff like that. So we do have partnerships like Mtonjeni, there's Mam Susie there, and there's also Babu Phineas, may his soul rest in peace, in Pimville Guest House. So we will send them there.
The Easter long weekend is 4 days long, and expectations are of a much-needed boost to the local economy from accommodation spaces, with those in the local tourism sector also calling for better coordination and intentional inclusion of local businesses in big events like the G20 and the tourism value chain. Katlego, Legodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.